This is a Band-Aid. This is like the best invention ever. Do you know how this was invented? In 1920, a guy named Earl Dickinson created the Band-Aid for his wife because she kept burning herself while she was cooking. Isn't that nice? He created an entire invention and became filthy rich because of it, but that's besides the point. Well, look, guys, I mean, Band-Aids are great if you cut yourself and you're bleeding. They're not great for marketing. We're going to talk about that today. Alright, so look, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I've seen what works and I see what doesn't work. I've tested websites with paid ads, with landing pages, and I tested them with the website. And which one is better? Which is the better? Well, look, a lot of paid media people might even to this day still advise to, hey, use a landing page because that's just going to be the best thing since sliced bread. There are distinct pros and cons to using a landing page or not. I'm going to hit you with one statistic here. Look, people will review 4 to 5 different reviews before they're going to buy from you no matter what. So when they reach your landing page, they're not just going to automatically buy from you. They may keep that landing page open in one tab, but most of them are going to go to another tab and research your company. 90% of people review at least one review, and more than 50% of people review more than 4 reviews before they make a purchase decision. And the higher ticket item we're talking about, the more likely they are to be closer to that 90%. All right, so the thing is, with landing pages, the biggest myth is that, well, you're minimizing distractions, therefore they're going to go scroll right down and click buy. And to some extent, there's some truth to that. For example, if you test 2 landing pages and one is all this like tons of banners and it's hard to read and like is just awful, and you have another landing page with a lot of white space and things are placed nicely and the unique selling proposition is there, call to action is there, which one's gonna work? The cleaner, more well-organized page with a good succinct message with the right components. Yes, that will convert better. Yes, there's less distraction, but that does not mean people will not click off the page. It doesn't mean they're not going to leave that tab open and open up 5 other tabs and check out Google reviews, check out Yelp, check out whatever they find. They're going to search your company plus reviews, your company plus scam, your product plus reviews, whatever the case is. It's going to vary by industry and by product, whether you have multiple products or one product or whatever the case may be. So the thing is, I don't want to poo-poo landing pages totally. It's not, I use landing pages with clients. It's not necessarily the worst thing in the world to do. Sometimes it's the right decision. Now, when should you use a landing page? All right, landing pages are great in a few circumstances. Number one, you don't have the resources. You don't have the money, time, or resources to properly optimize your actual website. Band-Aid. Your landing page is a Band-Aid. I'm sorry to tell you in that case. If you're taking a landing page as a shortcut because you're not creating that foundation on your website where if the website actually does its job, its real job, shouldn't it convert? Should you really have to create all these different landing pages to game the system? Google's algorithms have evolved quite a bit actually over the years. So it's not the same thing. Google's going to look at your page and you're going to get hit. If you have a low quality page, you're going to get hit on quality scores anyway. You're going to get hit on the organic algorithm anyway. So there's a lot of benefits to creating really good deep product pages on your website or service pages on your website that convert and are a part of your overall website and not necessarily having to be a landing page where you've stripped off the navigation because you don't want people to click off. You're trying to force them. You're trying to people get it. Like when they go to a page and there's no navigation, people have evolved. They get it. They know subconsciously there's no links here. I wonder if they're trying to keep me from clicking off the page. most people therefore they are clicking off the page and they're going to different review sites. Okay, so now again, landing pages are good if you're limited on time, resources, and they can work really well, but it's not always the best ultimate solution for your business. If you're relying that heavily, you don't want to rely on a landing page. I've seen this a lot with startups and smaller businesses who want to they just want like a cash machine out of the paid ads, but they haven't built a foundation for their business online. So their website, maybe they don't have a website, or their website is just not developed. You go to the website and there's no content, you know? So the problem with that is when you put up the landing page and people click off and they go to research your business and they will find your actual website. You're going to have your landing page in one tab, your actual website in another tab, and anywhere between 1 to 5+ reviews in other tabs that they're checking out. They're going to YouTube. They're looking at video content that comes up. They're going to Yelp. They're going to Google. So the thing is, it really does depend, and it is completely okay and appropriate sometimes to use a landing page if that's where you're at. If you need to, another really good reason to use a landing page is to validate a marketing message, is to validate a product or service or a business idea. You can see, are you getting any momentum with that concept? Now, I'm not saying a landing page will absolutely not convert. That's what I'm saying. So you can use it for experimentation purposes and to get data. Now, you don't want to just piss away money. So that's why I'm saying, think about where you're really trying to go with your company. What are your revenue and ROI goals? And if you are testing and using landing pages in conjunction with your paid ads, I highly and strongly recommend to have a CRO, conversion rate optimization strategy, for your main website. You don't want to bypass that as part of your foundation. You do not want to bypass your reputation online. You need to make sure that that foundation is being laid if it hasn't been laid already. So you really have to it's just write it down, do your little pros, do your pros and cons, and see which direction makes sense for your company. Now again, paid ads, the biggest point I'm trying to make here today is that the way people consume content, it's multiple touches across multiple devices. That's why like these issues with attribution with like Facebook and Google and iOS 14 it presents a lot of challenges for companies because of the fact that this is multi-touch. People are not just one device, go to your website and they're done. Now, sometimes it happens, but more often than not, that's just not the way people consume content. It's not the way people purchase. Now, it will vary by the price point, the industry. You know, if I'm going online and I'm shopping for some nice scented candles, I'm probably not going to read that many reviews. I'm going to Amazon. I'm finding some that, it's got apple, I don't know, apple cinnamon or whatever. I found what I wanted. I'm probably just going to buy it. You know, like I'm not going to think about it that much because it doesn't cost that much. And if I go to Amazon, like the reviews are right there. The reviews will be there, and I trust Amazon reviews, and I look at it, and then I'm going to make a purchase. But as soon as you start getting into higher price points or into products that are more niche and less commodity based, then it's more and more and more in this direction. If you're selling info products, direct response info products on like ClickBank or through VSLs and ClickFunnels and things like that, people are gonna read multiple reviews before they buy your product. If you're selling a higher ticket product, if you're selling a playground for your backyard for your kids to climb all over, people are gonna read reviews. TVs, They want to know what the picture quality is going to be, so they're going to read the reviews. Cars. Before I bought my last car, oh my God. I did a lot of research because my back hurts sometimes. So I have to I want the car to be comfortable, but I don't want it to break. And I got in 2 car accidents here in South Florida, and I don't want to I want to make sure the airbags work right. You need that in South Florida, So I mean, you probably need it in other places too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, look, sometimes a Band-Aid is okay. Sometimes a Band-Aid, a crutch for marketing is all right. Sometimes, and don't forego what you really need to be doing in your foundation because you have a landing page. And be careful with don't call up your agencies and just blast them automatically because conversions are dropping in 1 week or whatever. If you haven't taken a step back and looked at your reputation and your website and what's going on holistically, because what happens in your paid ads is impacted by your whole ecosystem online. You understand what I mean? So that's about it, guys. I'm not going to harp on this too much longer, but the thing is, I've seen this mistake so much that you can be incredibly successful online, but you have to address your foundations. You have to address your foundations. You can do things in tandem. Landing pages are cool. Use them sometimes, but use them as a tool. Use them as a tool. Do not use them as a replacement for your website. That you shouldn't really do. It can be part of your website, and don't expect people to just stay on the page. Just because you skip the navigation off and you minimize distractions doesn't mean that they're not going off the page. It just doesn't necessarily. A lot of times people will. So anyway, guys, hopefully that is helpful. Like I said, please do subscribe, like the video if you got some value out of this, and I will see you